As the 2024 All-Star Game is rapidly approaching, this is a time to celebrate some of the best players the NBA has to offer. With the starters announced and many fans have voiced their displeasure, claiming that certain players should have started but were snubbed of a rightful spot. Donovan Mitchell has been the biggest bright spot for the Cavs so far this season. The explosive guard has averaged 27.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 6.2 assists on 58.5% true shooting. Combine this with leading a team that is the 4 seed in their conference, you have one of the best players in the association. Despite the team and individual achievements, Mitchell will be wearing a warm-up uniform to start the All-Star game. Fans are upset that the guard won't be getting in over Bucks star Damian Lillard. While Lillard is worth an All-Star nod, the guard has taken a step back from his fantastic 22-23 campaign, averaging 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists on 60% true shooting is amazing for almost any player. But for Lillard, it's almost become the bare minimum. Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers and Damian Lillard of the Milwaukee Bucks were selected as 2 Eastern guards that were ahead of Mitchell in the starting lineup. Tatum, Giannis, and Embiid all round out the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference. The starters were selected by a 50% fan vote, 25% media, and 25% NBA player vote. The reserves will be selected entirely by the head coaches. The reserves will be announced on Thursday, February 1st before the Los Angeles Lakers and Celtics on TNT. The argument you can make for Lillard would be how the Bucks are the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference, and his stats are somewhat comparable with Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell would have certainly been the backcourt starter alongside Tyrese Halliburton. Mitchell, who has missed 9 games this season, has done his part to keep the Cleveland Cavaliers in the top 4 of the Eastern Conference despite injuries to Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, who have each missed half the season. Mitchell will most likely end up making the team as a reserve. In his 2nd season with the Cavs, star guard Donovan Mitchell is in the midst of a career campaign. Mitchell, who was named an All-Star starter for the first time in his career last year, is a 4-time reigning All-Star. His resume so far this season has certainly stacked up not just to Halliburton and Lillard, but to all the guards in the Eastern Conference. Mitchell leads all Eastern Conference guards in both scoring and steals per game, averaging more points and steals per contest than both Lillard and Halliburton. Mitchell also ranks 5th among Eastern Conference guards with a plus 6.9 plus-minus ranking above both Lillard and Halliburton. Furthermore, Mitchell's 22.6 player efficiency ranks him 14th in the NBA, 7 spots above Lillard. The NBA made a huge mistake by not choosing Mitchell over Lillard, and Mitchell is going to make a statement game out of this. On Friday versus the Bucks, Mitchell and the Cavs came into Milwaukee on business. They came in and stole the win in a 112-100 victory. Mitchell ended the game with an efficient 32, 8, and 6. Meanwhile, on the other side, Okoro locked up Lillard to just 22 points on 29 shooting, going 7 of 12 from the field on 2 of 10 on threes. You could feel the competition from both squads out there to start this one, given it was the 2nd time in 3 nights these 2 teams were facing off. Donovan Mitchell led the way after a quarter of play with 10 points, providing a straight 2-point advantage to the Cavs going into the second, 30-28. Cleveland flipped the script on a 9-point advantage in the 3rd quarter, forcing the Bucks to play from behind. However, a flurry of threes from Milwaukee got them right back into it right before the close of the quarter. Going into the 4th, the Cavs owned an 80-77 lead. The Cavs simply boasted too much of their firepower down the stretch, with Donovan Mitchell leading the way and closing it down. Milwaukee got it to single digits down the stretch, but timely shots from Cleveland made the task too daunting for them. As this game came to an end, people were realizing Jarrett Allen is continuing to be a beast on the boards for the Cavs. Coming into tonight, he was averaging 13.1 rebounds in his last 10 games and 12.2 in his last 5 games against the Bucks. Tonight, he collected another double-double, tallying 24 points and 14 rebounds on the night. He always provides such a spark for the Cavs in a variety of areas out on the floor. As the Cavs remain without Evan Mobley, he continues to be massive. Right from an opening tip, both teams were bouncing off one another. I wouldn't say it had a playoff atmosphere, but the physicality was on par with what you might see in a series. We've seen the Bucks get a deal of this before. In this post-game presser, Brook Lopez mentioned how they can look at film and find ways to be better, citing they need to play quicker. He was optimistic that the team will be able to figure it out. Donovan Mitchell is getting buckets, and when he's on, he is on. He's one of the most exciting players to watch in this league. Tell me what you think in the comments about Donovan Mitchell not being an all-star starter.